All right, everyone. Hello. My name is Paul, and I am going to talk to you about lean gains. So, www.leangains.com is the website. Martin Berkhan started the website and the blog. I have no affiliation with him other than I've done his programs, and I don't know that anyone has done anything on YouTube or posted anything that's used his programs. So I want to go over my progression, some things that you need to get started, and those kinds of things. I don't even know if Martin's going to approve this, so this may never even get to YouTube. But his programs are great, so I want to start with that. There's a lot of crap out there as far as fitness goes, and things that people think they know about fitness and lifting weights and working out, but a lot of it is garbage. So this is not. This is something that is good. You also get what you pay for. It's not cheap, but if you have the money to be able to do one of his programs, I strongly suggest doing it. This post, a few things I want to do. I just want to go over the equipment that I have and that I've used, and really all that you need to do it. And I want to go over, which is really, really important, how to pick a program. He has two programs, or really two, probably more than two programs. It's personalized, but there's two goals that you can choose from, either fat loss or muscle gain. And I actually made a mistake to start there, and I'm gonna be able to help you with that. And I think this is the most important thing you can get from this video if you're thinking about doing one of his programs, as far as picking what to do. But first, I'm gonna hold that thought for a second. First, I'm gonna go through the equipment that I have. So I'm going to turn the camera around here. This is my basement. I have a power rack. It's a Rogue power rack. It's like the Monster Light or something. It was, I think, $795. Took me about an hour and a half to set up, and I'm not handy at all, so it wasn't that hard. I bought Pendley weights and a bar off of someone from Craigslist for like $200. It was a steal. The one thing I can't stress enough is have a good power rack, especially if you're working out by yourself, and get a good bar, a good 45-pound bar. This is a Pendley. I can't say enough good stuff about it. I'm not that strong, so it's not like I would bend a weaker bar anyway. But nonetheless, get a good bar. I'm working on getting stronger, but get a good bar. So you need that. You need a bench. This bench is it's a Marcy, but just get something that can hold you and is comfortable. I don't think that is super important. This book is really important because Martin, and he'll tell you, he's not going to tell you how to do each exercise. You're not gonna do like video sessions with him or anything like that. But this is Starting Strength by Mark Ripto. Martin mentions this on his website. It's a great book. Mark also does YouTube videos on how to do basic barbell exercises. In my opinion, you should be doing barbell exercises if you want to get stronger and look better. It's really, really, really important. This book is great. Got it on Amazon. I don't remember how much it was. Or you can use his YouTube videos if you really want to do it on the cheap. But the book is great. My dumbbells, all I use these dumbbells for are calf raises. They're Bowflex. I got them on YouTube. Sorry. I got them on Craigslist, and they were, again, dirt cheap. I think I got them for $100 or $200, and they're retail. They're new. They're very, very expensive. I think they're $500 or $400, but I don't use them that often. If you want to do any type of calf raises, you're gonna need something like that. You probably do them with the bar. I don't know. The other thing I have, and again, all I use this for. This is my brother-in-law's Nautilus. I bought a new one because he's gonna take this back. All I use this for are tricep push downs. That's it. That's all I use it for. You probably don't even need it, but I bought another one, which when my brother-in-law takes this, I'm going to set up. It was $130 on Amazon, and again, not a necessity probably, but I think it's a nice to have. If you buy the power rack, you're going to have a choice of, I think, a couple different pull-up bars. I just have the straight one. Works great for me. But you need a some sort of pull-up bar as well. I would also suggest that you get a food scale. Again, Amazon, it's really cheap. It's $12, $20, I'm not sure, but I have a food scale. If anyone has specific questions, they can ask. But you're going to need to track your macros, so your protein, your carbs, and your fat, and your calories, depending on what program you're on. So it's important, and I think having a food scale, especially if you're new at this stuff, really does help. I'm a little bit anal, so I still track things, even though I probably have a pretty good idea in my head. I don't need to track as much as I do, but I still do. But that's really important. You also need something to track it. To track your macros and your calories. I use an app called My Macros, which I really like. I think it was $2.99. You can use MyFitnessPal, which is free. I just like My Macros. Just thought it was simpler. I just liked it, so I bought it. The other thing you're going to need, maybe this is one of the most important things and the most overlooked things, is a training log. So just a spiral notebook, a pen, obviously. You're going to need to track your lifts. So how many reps did I do? How much weight did I lift? Because the whole goal of this is progressive overload. So you want to be lifting more weights. Ideally, on each workout. That won't happen every time, but you want to be able to lift more weight than when you started, and ideally a lot more weight if you do this for 6 months or a year. A little bit about my background with the program. I started, this is the day after Thanksgiving, 2016. I started in March of 2015 doing a fat loss program. In retrospect, that was the wrong way to start, and that's where I'm going to go right now. So first thing you're going to do when you start Lean Gains is you're going to pick one of two programs. You're going to pick fat loss, or you're going to pick muscle gain or muscle stress, gaining strength, or whatever he calls it. I think it's muscle gain. I think this really goes into your background in fitness and weightlifting, and your body type. So a little bit about me. I'm 5'8", 140 pounds right now. I was about this weight, maybe a little heavier when I first started the program, and I'll get into what I did. Maybe another blog, maybe this one, I'm not sure. But it depends on your body type. I picked fat loss because I thought I'd want to just get ripped, and that was what was important at the time to me. And I didn't really understand, I don't think, exactly what I was doing or picking. I simply did not have enough muscle, enough background in weight training, and enough built-up muscle, I think, to start with fat loss. Now, the results were great. In retrospect, I looked better than I expected to look because the programs are so good. However, if you're a person that if you did play college football or were a college wrestler or weightlifter or something like that, and you have a ton of muscle and you just are overweight, great. I would absolutely do a fat loss program. Or if you're very, very obese and need to lose weight just for health reasons, maybe start with a fat loss. But if you're not a person with an extensive weightlifting background or a ton of natural, if there is such thing, natural muscle, some people are naturally more muscular and just have a lot of fat to shed off, I would start with a muscle gaining program, and then I would do that for, I don't know, how long, 6 months, a year, maybe longer, however you want to do it. And then I would probably buy, which costs more money, buy a fat loss program from Martin. I've now done both, but I started with fat loss, and I feel like I wasted some time, even though the program was excellent. And now I am on to a muscle gaining program. And like I said, my cut looked great. It didn't look now as good as I wanted it to look because I did not have enough muscle to begin with. So building muscle is important. I think a lot of the times when you see those success stories, or you see someone that did P90X and all of a sudden they're just ripped, that person probably had a ton of muscle underneath the fat. They might have been a college football player or something like that, or they might have been someone that had lifted weights for a very, very long time, got fat just to be a before picture, and then an after picture they lost weight. So it's not like you can just shed a ton of fat. Yes, you'll look thinner, but if you don't have a ton of muscle underneath, you'll almost look too skinny. I have an office job, and clients would come in and they ask me if I was sick because my neck was so skinny. I was thin. Now with my shirt off, I was fairly ripped, 8% body fat. I thought that looked pretty good, but especially with clothes on, I look so skinny. So I would build the muscle first. That's the way I'm doing it now. This is the progression I'm gonna hopefully take you guys through if Martin okays this YouTube channel. Like I said, I have no affiliation with him. I'm not getting paid to do this, and I hope he okays it because I think it'll be fun. But that's it. It depends on what kind of person you are, what program you want to pick, what your body type is, etc. But I wanted people to understand the mistake that I believe that I made, and I think I wasted months by not doing a muscle building program first versus a fat loss program. I should have done a fat loss program later. What else? Okay, my background, a little bit about me. I do not work out for a living. You're gonna see that when I take my shirt off, but I'll get to that in another one. But I have a desk job. Normal person, 5'8", 140 pounds. I'm 39 years old. I just turned 39 early November. I have a life. I have a wife who works full time. I have 3 young kids. I have a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 10-month-old. But I think that's cool because anyone that's thinking about doing this and says, well, I don't know if I have the time. Well, I'm busy, but I find the time. My program right now is 4 days a week. So Monday, Tuesday, I work out. Wednesday's an off day. Thursday, Friday is a on day, and then I'm off Saturday, Sunday as far as lifting goes. But I get up at 4:30 in the morning to do my workouts because my kids are asleep or just waking up because they're early risers. And I'm too tired after work to do this. And, my kids want to do stuff. So that's the only time that I can find to do it. So if I can do this, anyone can do it. I don't have a lot of natural muscle. If anything, I have bad genetics to be doing this. But I want to prove a point to myself. I want to make myself better. This is a goal. So the cool thing about strength training is to be successful at it, you have to be regimented. It's important to make goals and stick to those goals and track them, just like anything in life. And the results, we put the work in, you can see no matter what your genetics are. Like I said, my genetics are pretty bad. You're going to see it at some point, but I'll do some before pictures, some after pictures on my cut and some other things in a later blog. But this is doable for anybody, and his programs are legit. leangains.com. Check out the website before you make a commitment to do this. If you have questions on anything so far, if this even gets to YouTube, contact me. I'll be happy to. I'm busy, so I might not be able to answer it that second, but I'll look at this, and I'm gonna try to post this once a week and go through my my journey through this. So that's it for today. Take care.